I already got a thin, even coat of liquid white applied to a 16 by 20 inch canvas. And it's turned on landscape. And the colors we're going to use tonight are titanium white, Prussian blue, midnight black, dark sienna, and Van Dyke brown. All right, first thing I'm going to do is go right into my Prussian blue. Tap a little of that on the brush. Come right next door into the midnight black and tap a little of that on the brush. Just mixing these two colors together. All right, got both of those colors on our 2-inch brush. And we're going to start right over here in this corner using the top corner of the brush, making little circles. Just making little circles with the brush. You can go to your right, from your right to left, or left to right, or however you want to do it. Just keep the brush moving. Don't let that brush sit still in one spot. Keep it moving. Just keep it moving, just like that. And just leave you some white spots up here. Okay. Just about like that. That's all we need to do. Now what we're going to do is come over into the bottom left or bottom right corner, whichever one you want to start in is fine. And we'll come across the bottom and just start pulling in that same color, black and blue, for our water. And then we'll go on the other side and pull this color in as level as we can get it. Because the water in this paint is going to be flat. So of course we want to make sure you leave that white spot in the middle or wherever. If you leave it off to one side or the other, that's fine. But just make sure you leave your white spot. Using them circles again, we're going to come up in our sky and we're just going to start making circles again with a clean dry brush and just blend some of this out.
And that would be with the 2-inch?
Yeah. Just making little circles again. Just gonna blend this out some. That's all. We're gonna go down and start blending the water. Just bringing the brush across it, kind of light, just from the top to the bottom. And we'll just hope that that white spot stays. And just blend it together, like so. All right, now we're gonna pick this up a 1-inch brush. Now it's when we fish under the clouds. Remember how you done the clouds in that painting?
Yes. Let me see.
He loaded up the 1-inch brush with a lot of paint. All right, then he came into the sky and where the light spots are. He came in there and started making little circles again, just little round circles, and he did that in most of his light spots. And he touched a few. He didn't touch all of them together. He was just making just little round circles with a 1-inch brush, trying to fill in some of those light spots. That's all he was doing. And just don't let that brush set in one spot, because if you do, it's going to start making those cotton balls.
Oh, okay.
And we don't want that. Just keep it moving. That's all you got to do. All right, well, now we're going to go back to the 2-inch brush then.
Oh boy. Hey. Alrighty.
All right, now on this 2-inch brush, all we're going to do is come up here in some of the white and just blend some of the bottoms out. Try to stay out of the brightest spots we can, but just lightly blend some of the bottom and just kind of soften the clouds down. Really, is all we're doing. Just don't kill a lot of your real bright white spots. Just along the bottoms. And then once you get that done, just real lightly rub over them, kind of fluff them up. You know how we do that, right? Where we come up under the clouds and raise them up, and then very lightly, just rub across the whole sky, and they'll just soften all of them right down. You know what he done, right? He used the midnight black and the mountain blue together.
Right.
All right, so I'm gonna get a little bit of the midnight blue. I mean the blue, and then a little black, and I'm just gonna mix them together. Okay, that's all I'm doing, just mixing them two colors together. And I'll pull it out flat, real flat, and then get that little roll of paint on the knife, and then come up here, and when you place your knife down to start your mountain, come in here and push really, really hard, and just make you a little top for your mountain. Don't make it look like a ice cream cone. And then he dropped down a little bit, and he came out with another little kick on this side, like that. Then he came on this side, and he came down a little further than this point, and he made another one over here, and then come right on off the canvas over here this way. Is how he did that. And then come in here and scrape out as much of this color as you can with the knife. All
Okay.
right, whenever you're done with that, we're gonna pick up the 2-inch brush again.
A 2-inch brush.
Yep.
Okay.
Then we're gonna come up here and we're gonna start pulling the color out. Just try not to get outside your edges. Stay in the edges if you can. And just pull this color right out. And then just kind of blend it. It's where it's real light at the bottom.
Okay. Thank you, Rocky. Uh, Keep it going, Pebbles. Oh. Thank you, Moni. I was reading, looking at the comments. Okay.
All right, when you get done with that, we're gonna use the knife again. When you load your knife, pull that paint out as flat as you can get it, and then come in there and pick you up a little small roll of paint, about like that, on your knife. Is all you need. You don't
Uh-huh.
need a whole lot of paint, just a little bit. And then we're gonna start putting the snow on. That's the part everybody has fun with. See, I got that little roll of paint on my knife. I'm gonna come right up here at the peak of that first little mountain peak right here. Put that point right up there on it and just pull down. Real easy. Don't put your finger right here, because if you put your finger right there, you're gonna push too hard. So barely holding that knife, just very little pressure. Just pull it down real easy like that and let that paint break. Then get load it back up and come back up and pull it down again real easy. It's real light pressure. That's all it is. That's the whole key. And then we're gonna move over and we're gonna do the whole mountain that way. But don't like when you get right here to this peak, we have to we kind of have to split it in half. So we're gonna come over to about right there, and then the other half will be for a shadow. All right. Once you're done with that, we're gonna mix up some white and blue for our shadow color. All right. I always use that little blade on my knife, Rose, when I'm doing the shade.
Yes.
But now, if you feel comfortable using the big end, then do it however you do it. But what I like to do is I like to come to the top first, and then I like to follow that outside line. I want that outside line to be covered up. I don't want to leave a dark line out there. I always try to get that covered up first. And then once I get that whole line covered up out there, then I come back and just start. I kind of start doing it the same way that I did the highlights, just using uh just little strokes. Now you can always come over here and pick up a little of the darker color too, and add some dark back in it, if you want to, because you don't want your shadow to be the same color as your mountain. You want to be able to see a difference, and then you just pull it down the opposite direction. You got to keep up with these angles. That's important when you're making a mountain, is the angles. That looks good, Rose. All right, now we get the 2-inch brush again. Now the ones we're going to come up and we're going to just start real lightly touching the bottom to get ready to put our fog or our mist at the bottom of the mountain. Just real lightly tap. on both sides. Okay, we're going to start.
The next one.
Now, what I did, Rose, what I did is I added a little more black. I added just a little more black to my color
Okay.
because this mountain is going to kind of be in front of this one just a little bit. Well, it's going to be a little closer to us. Not much, but a little. So I'm darkening my color. So I put just a little bit more black. This time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up on this side, and I'm going to make me another peak like I did earlier, and then I'll come out and do the same thing I did on the other one. Make a little peak on that side, and then I'm going to come up and do the same thing on this side, and then I'm just going to carry this one right off the canvas, just like that. And come in here and scrape as much of this color out as I can on my way down.
Boy.
We're going to start pulling the color down just like we did before.
Okay.
And then just blend the bottom out. All right, now we're gonna put our snow on again, just like we did the other side.
Yeah.
We'll get that little roll of paint, and just come back up and start just pulling it down real light,
Okay, go.
real easy. That's the key. Real easy touch. Hmm. Okay. I just broke my knife.
You broke, you broke the knife?
Yeah.
Oh, gee. Oh Lord.
See? Then we're going to do our shadow again, just like we did earlier. Got it?
Got it.
All right. Then we're going to go up here with our 2-inch brush again. And we're going to start tapping out the bottom of the mountain again to get that mist at the bottom.
Right.
Just real lightly tapping. That's all I'm doing. Just tapping up the same way that the snow is coming down. Real light.
My brush look bigger than yours.
Huh?
My brush look bigger than yours. I think this is for the house paint.
Well, that's because it's on TV. It adds 10 pounds.
Yeah. That's a lot of pounds.
All right. Next, we got to take our 2-inch brush.
Oh gee.
We got to dip it into our color that we just used to make the mountain with. And this is when we come up here and we do this. We come in front of the mountain. Don't kill all the mist. We're coming down. We're coming
Oh.
across in front of the other one. Just like that. When you come back up here, and when you're doing this one, when you come down with it, and you come across, make it a little shorter than this one. You see that?
Okay.
This is longer than this one.
Mm-hmm.
And then every one of them we do, we're going to make it a little shorter. Okay? Like that, see? See how long this one is? Make
Yeah.
this one shorter. Every time you come down with a new one, make it shorter than the other one. was he came up here and you just barely pull up here, but pull them up straight as you can. Don't have them leaning, and just pull up some little small trees across here, and then you can drop down on some of the other spots and just pull up on those too. Just different places down through here, just to make it look like little trees all back in here. You don't have to do everywhere, but just wherever you can. All right, now with the same 2-inch brush, we're gonna come right up here, turn that brush at an angle, and pull straight down under our little land over here. Just pull it straight down. Don't pull it out. Pull it straight down, and that's gonna be our reflections in the water, just like so. And then I'm just gonna take it and rub across the reflection just to set it down in the water, just like that. That's all I'm gonna do. Just that easy.
Go back and forth, side.
Huh?
Go.
No, you can just pull it, or you can come in here and pull out this way. Just very lightly go over your reflection just to set it down in the water. All right, now I'm gonna use my knife again. I'm gonna get a little roll of white paint, and I'm gonna come up here. Now doing this right here is kind of tricky. Okay, you want your water line to be straight. So the best way to do this is to get you some paint and pull it out flat, but don't load the whole knife. Just load half the knife. See that?
Uh,
And then that way you can come up here and keep it straight, kind of like so, and just work that color in across here, just like so. It's easier than having all that paint on the knife.
yes.
And it gives you just like a little water line out in the water. You just lay it flat and work it back and forth, and it'll just squeeze that paint right out. But see, those are little tricks a lot of people won't tell you,
Yes.
because if your water lines are not straight, it makes your water not look straight. Makes it look like the water's maybe running uphill or downhill,
Ah,
and that's not what you don't want your water looking like that. And then you can come back in here in some places with just a very little bit of paint on your knife and just run it back in here, in a couple of these little areas. Make it look like maybe some snow laying back here, just kind of laid back in some of these spots back in here. But now don't take much of that to do a lot. I probably wouldn't do a whole lot of that. All right, let me get it up here where you can see it. Okay, same color that we've been using in the mountain and the same color we used for this.
Black
It's the
and
blue and the black. When you come up here to load your brush, pull that brush through the paint. See how I'm loading kind of like the tip
uh,
of my fan brush? About half of it maybe. Make sure you get plenty of paint on that end of the brush. See that?
uh,
That brush is loaded with paint, but only about half of the brush. Okay?
okay.
Then when you come up here to make your first tree, figure out where you want it and make your line and kind of bring it down a little bit. Kind of. Well, we'll go all the way down with it this time. Let's
Okay.
see. We'll make it about this tall. Okay. Load the brush up again, about the same way. Now, when you come up to make your tree, don't start up here at the very tip top. Okay. Drop down just a little bit. Have the brush leaning to the side to where you can use just this corner right here. See it? Just that corner. Come up here and touch right under that, and then drop down and just start touching and go straight across and back, just like that. Straight across and back. But just making sure that you fill it in the middle. Okay?
Okay.
Like when you come back this way and come back this way, tap the middle and then come out. Come straight out. And then the further down you go, you start using more pressure. And just come straight out. And then down, straight out. See that? That's all I'm doing. Then when you get to the bottom, you're pretty much using all of the brush. When you get your brush loaded, okay, you know where you're gonna make your tree. First thing you want to do is just make yourself a trunk, okay, like that, okay. And then when you come back up, you want to turn your brush sideways with just the corner. Come down a little bit under your top and just make a little mark, and just keep making little marks, and then start coming out straight out to the left, then back, and then straight out to the right and back. It's just like you're making little Z's across here. See? Make a Z. And then make a Z. See how you do that? But then come back up and fill in the middle. That's the easiest way to do it.
Okay.
Until you get used to it. Then once you get used to it, when you come back to the middle, you just want to tap. And the further you come down, the harder you tap. Just like so. Hey, Connie. Hey, bird woman. Hey, Victoria.
Oh Lord.
Oh Lord, that don't sound good.
Look at that tree.
I can't see it.
Why not?
It's too far.
It's too far?
Yeah, can you bring the camera to the tree? Or it's too small. I don't mean to. I shouldn't say too far. It's just too small. Make the bottom just a little bit wider, and
Okay.
then make the make these right here, these branches, like right here, just make them a little bit thicker. See, the problem a lot of people have is they wanna bend these trees. They wanna make the leaves bend, and they don't have to bend. They can come straight out. And if you use enough pressure on this brush, it's gonna make them bend on their own.
Oh.
Now, if you try to make them bend and you use enough pressure on the brush, they're gonna bend too much. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. It's
All right, now bring that one up closer. Let me look at it.
just don't faint. Are you okay?
That's not that bad, Rose.
Oh Lord. Ay, ay, ay.
That is not that bad, really.
I gotta practice.
Well, yeah, you got to practice, but that don't look that bad. It really don't. You know, the second one I did, after I did the second one, I just came back, stuck a third one in there. But you remember, Bob made some smaller ones back here.
Oh, okay.
So we're fixing to have to make them small ones here in a minute. Just remember one thing, Rose.
Yes.
You picked this paint, not me. Okay, make your line straight down first.
It was the line.
Yeah, just make your trunk straight down beside the other tree.
It was the trunk.
Okay? And then turn your brush sideways, just like I did, to where you can use just the point of the brush, just the corner.
Oh, okay.
See? Just the corner. Don't use the whole brush, use just the corner.
Right.
And then when you start tapping, just start going left to right in a zigzag motion. And don't start using the whole brush, just keep pushing harder. See what happens? You turned your brush straight.
Yes.
Don't do that. Just keep it in that same position all the way down. You're just pushing harder. That's all.
Uh-huh.
You start out with light pressure. That's why you want so much paint on there, so you don't have to touch it real hard. And then when you start running out of paint, about halfway down usually, that's when you start pressing real hard. Just don't turn the brush straight in. Keep using just the corner. I'll tell you something else that might help you. When you watch Bob Ross again,
Uh-huh.
when he's making these trees, watch his hand. Don't watch nothing else. Just watch his hand. Because when he's doing these trees, his hand does this right here the whole time. His hand stays in the same position. He don't he don't wobble his hand. It stays
Ah,
in that same position all the way down. He just gets harder and harder. All right, bring that closer now, Rose. Let me see.
okay. Huh.
I'm just worrying you to death, Hannah.
So,
I don't mean to worry you. They're so small I can't hardly see it.
no, I know. It's not heavy.
Rose, there's nothing wrong with that at all.
You sure? Oh Lord.
Yeah, I'm serious. Now these next ones are not as easy.
Which one?
The ones we're fixing to have to do now.
Oh, okay, let's
Okay.
do it. This
You
one.
know, you know, you know how Bob did that, right? When he came behind here, he made the middle one first, and it's a real small one.
I can't even do a big one when we do this.
Okay. And then you do the same thing on these little short ones that you do on the big ones. You just don't have to push as hard. See? Because you have a lot of paint on the brush. And then you can come right beside that one and make you another one. And you don't have to push. You don't have to push as hard because you got a lot of paint on the brush. And then remember he made the little island under it, remember? Where he pushed up a little like a little hill back here under the trees. Just like that. See it?
Yes. Oh Lord, Lord, Lord. Getting a kick out of this, huh? Oh my Lord. My sweet Lord. Who
uh, okay. There, okay, go ahead and put it back down, Rose. How hard is it for you to get up? Is it real hard?
yeah.
It is?
Yeah, what you want me to do? Stand up?
Well, okay, well don't worry about it. Just back up from the back your head up from the painting a little bit and look at it. Don't look at it real close. Just back your head up from it and look.
Okay.
About 8 to 10 foot if you can.
I see they look like two cockroaches. They look like two cockroaches ready to fly.
Oh God, ain't that bad, Rose.
It's horrible. Don't make me laugh because I'm gonna mess it up.
Oh, she said they look like the cockroaches. Oh my God, I ain't never heard that one.
You know the what is it? The roaches that fly, the palmetto flies, palmetto roaches. That's what they are.
They ain't that bad, Rose.
Palmetto roaches.
Oh, oh my God.
They look like birds. Oops. See. Oh Lord. Okay.
She she said, oh Lord, they look like cockroaches.
Are you okay? Look at my cockroaches.
Oh God. Oh, y'all killing me.
You see the cockroach?
No, it don't look like cockroaches to me.
Okay.
It looks good to me.
I fixed it. Oh boy.
Ooh, okay.
Oh.
Oh, okay, come right here to the bottom and pull down a little bit.
Huh?
Come up to the bottom of your little
Yeah.
heel and
Now
pull
you
down
can.
some of it
Okay.
for reflection.
All right.
and then come across right under your cockroaches.
I don't want to kill the cockroach. I don't want to kill. That's the highlight of this whole painting. My little cockroach.
Yeah, don't kill the cockroaches, Rose.
No cockroach killing.
Oh my God. Oh Lord. They get you just a little bit of white paint.
Now white paint.
Yeah, make your water line across there under your little heel.
Okay. Hmm.
Ooh,
Who's
okay.
blaming me?
Ooh, wee. I can't hardly take it no more. I was expecting her to say, yeah, they look a little better. She said they look like cockroaches.
You laughing because
Oh,
it's true.
they look good, Rose. Oh,
Uh,
God.
okay, ready.
Okay, let's get away from the roaches.
Please. No more cockroaches.
All right, we're going to stay in the same color, black and blue.
Honey said,
So if
stop
you,
it, Howard. You're killing me.
yeah, I know. I didn't do it. You the one did it. They should be getting on to you.
You know we have fun in this channel.
We sure do. Good grief.
Get some more.
The same colors we've been using, that black and blue.
Yes.
My eyes is watering. Oh my God. I was not expecting that.
Yes. But they do. I'm serious.
Well, cockroaches don't look like that in Mississippi, Rose.
Well, here in Florida,
You
they do
you
when
got them
when
you got them Florida cockroaches.
I got the Florida cockroach, and
Yeah.
when you step on them, they look like that.
Mm. Oh God. I just spit coffee everywhere.
You see? They look like that.
Oh God.
They call palmetto roaches. Are you okay?
Yeah.
No, because I'm telling the truth.
Do what?
I'm saying the truth, though.
Well, quit saying the truth, Rose.
When you take a palmetto roach and you step on it, they look like those palm trees, like that. They spread.
Oh God, she's talking about squishing the guts out of them.
What's this? Oh, darling.
Oh Lord, help me.
I'm
Oh,
going to bust. Palmetto roaches, look at that. Oh,
palmetto roach.
oh my goodness.
Oh my God. Oh,
They,
oh Lord, now Tracy's done joined
they,
in. She said they jump
and so
and
and
sometimes fly.
they always fly, not sometimes. They fly.
Oh,
You think they're butterflies? Google it.
oh my God. Oh Lord, help me.
Oh,
Tracy said they chase you.
Mommy says, Now I'm gonna tell Harold you look like cockroaches.
Tracy said they chase you.
Oh my goodness.
So now we have
Tracy, I
aggressive,
hate them.
jumping, flying,
They chase
palmetto
you.
cockroaches.
They chase you. They do. They chase you. Oh man.
Oh my God. You know, they got this thing out called Raid. Y'all can buy some Raid or something. Ooh, some
Oh.
Black Flag or something. Me too, Connie.
Look at this. Connie says she's gonna have a nightmare about flying cockroaches
Okay. Oh, okay. We got to move on.
now. When you spray them, they get high with the spray. Look what look what Tracy said. Oh
Oh
no,
my God.
I can't.
Did y'all hear what she just said?
What the heck?
She
No,
said when you spray them, they just get high.
it's true. I-
So, so now we got stoned, aggressive, palmetto, flying, jumping, chasing
You ever see them high?
cockroaches.
I have. As we don't need to pay no more cockroaches, right?
Using the 1 inch brush strokes.
1 inch.
1 inch brush. Okay. In the color we just made. Okay?
The black and blue.
Yep. Take your brush and stand it up in it flat like that. And then pull it. Pull it straight towards you.
Okay, gotcha.
Get a lot of paint on it.
And on me too.
A lot of paint.
Okay.
You see how your brush is shaped now? How it's rounded on one end?
Uh huh. Yes.
Okay, have that rounded end pointed up. Watch how I do this. Come right up here to your tree, to the big trees, and just start pushing up, just like so. Just pushing up all the way till you come out the canvas, and just keep doing that all the way down here until you run out of canvas, and just fill all this in with bushes down here. Okay.
Okay.
It's not supposed to be like that.
Oh.
All right, what you want to do is come right over into your liquid white and dip the end of the brush into the liquid white, and then come into the titanium white and pull it the same way that you just pulled that blue out towards you. Remember? Okay.
Oh, yes.
And then you're gonna have that same little rounded end. You'll even have it on that brush. It's gonna round off on one end. But now you gotta have a lot of paint in this brush this time. A lot of paint.
Okay.
Okay, once you get your brush loaded, you want that end that's round again to come up here. Okay, and just barely touch and just barely push and come around like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and then 11, 10, 9. Just like that. And then rub the paint, the blue paint off your brush, and then come up here and get some more paint. You gotta clean it off every bush.
Oh, yeah. Because I got the blue.
And then leave a lot of dark between your brushes. I mean between your bushes. Okay? Or else it's just gonna look solid white. That's not what you want it to look like. You want it to have you want it to be you want it to where you can see some of the bushes, but you need to see some dark too. And you just come up and make one bush at a time. You know, don't try to do them all at one time. Just make sure you leave plenty of dark. Okay, kind of hold the brush straight in, Rose. Like when you go into it, push the brush straight in, and just touch the canvas.
I see.
Because here in just a second, we got to put that cabin in. You kind of want the front of it to be higher than the back. Does that make sense?
No. I
You
mean,
want okay? See right here where I'm at.
yes, I see it.
See right here,
Uh-huh.
at the tip of your roof here. You want it to be taller than back here. You want it to come down at a slight angle. That way, it's in line with the rest of everything else. Okay, when you come up here and put that white paint on the top of your roof up here, put it across like this to where the line's going kind of back, and then pull it straight down on both sides. See, you can make it go downhill with the white.
Make some coffee. More coffee. Yeah.
Then you got to put just a little bit on the other side, Rose, just a little line to make it look like snow on the other side. Did they? Yeah, well, that ain't terrible.
Well, it's an abandoned house. It's gonna fall.
Yeah, that's right.
uh,
Oh, you know what's going through my mind?
but
It's probably full of roaches.
right, loaded.
Okay, we got to get some Van Dyke Brown. Oh God! All right, we got to put the Van Dyke Brown on the front. And we got to put some down the side. Well, all you got to do is after you get your Van Dyke Brown on, is put a little highlight on the front. That's just dark sienna and white mixed together.
Mhm.
And then just add him a little door where you can get in and out. But I feel like you did. I think they're abandoned.
Yes.
I don't think nobody's been in these cabins in a long time.
Mhm.
And we'll just add him a little door where he can go in and out right here. Just like so. You're gonna need a little shadow behind the roof. Okay, I didn't put as many bushes in as you did, Rose. I gotta put a little path in here for mine. So that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do. All right, to highlight the trees, Rose,
Yes.
I'm just gonna get a little bit of the liquid white on my fan brush, about that much.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna come down here into this blue we had earlier for the shadow color that we used on the mountain. And I'm just gonna come up here and just touch a little bit of this blue and white color on the trees. Just a very little bit. Not much at all. Just a little bit. Won't take much at all. Just enough to let us know it's there, basically. And then the last thing we want to do with this blue and white is come over here on our little hill that we made under these other two trees and just put just a little bit of highlight on the grass or on the hill itself. That's it. And once you do that, you have finished your painting. All except signing. You'll have to you'll have to sign it. However you want to sign yours.
Horrible. Horrible. Yeah. Harold, I want to thank you for
Well,
giving
you
me
are
the opportunity to learn from you. Lots of blessings to you and your family.
well. Thank you very much, Rose. You are very welcome, and thank you for making it so much fun.
We have fun. Yes. Don't forget the cucaracha.
Do a close up here of the little frozen solitude. Thank you, Ken. And then I guess all that's left for me to do is tell everybody good night. And I love you guys. And God loves you more. And but thank y'all so much for supporting Rose tonight. And don't don't let her forget that she made the night funny, because good grief, I'm telling you, she like killed me. Uh, I guess that's everything I need to cover. So until tomorrow night, God bless you all. And everybody have a great night. And I hope you get a lot of sleep. See y'all tomorrow night, 7 p.m. again.